My name is Gianna, and we're going to get busy here doing some basic securing our little place in here. We have a cave that we left off of last time. We have a foundation, a bed, storage, and a fire. Now, before I came back on, I did add a mortar and pestle and a refining forge. You just go into your engrams and you learn them, and then you have to have the basic ingredients or requirements, which included hide and some other things. And so I put those together and put them up on top of this foundation for us, and then I'm going to come over here and close in our little cave just for our first very basic and small survival area, or our very first base. So I laid some fence foundations, and now I'm just going to wall those in and put a little door there for us. I always start with the door because that way you can put it where you want. Make sure if you're on an incline that the door, when you put it in, you can still go through it. You don't want to have to crouch as you're trying to run away from something to get in your door if that's where you need to go to protect yourself. So I'm going to put the door frame in the door, and then I'm going to fill in all of the rest of the place with walls. And you can see in my hotbar, my walls are in number 7 down there. So I'm just putting number 7. And I have put one fence foundation into the rock, so I can hopefully go up and block pretty much the hole up there that would be there had I not gone into the rock. So you can go into the area a little bit so that things don't fly in or surprise you while you're busy doing something else in here, which sometimes I get in here crafting and I'm not paying attention to the big things that are coming nearby me. Now, if you run out of a certain thing, like I just did, and you have all of the resources in your inventory, you can just push that hotbar key again and it'll make another item. So I did that so I can make one more row of walls, and I'm just going to keep doing that, and if I have the resources, it'll keep making walls for me, so I don't have to go in and do extra keys for that. So the green, of course, tells you that you can place it. Red, it's not snapping to or is not doing well. Now I still have a little bit of a hidey hole, but I don't have another fence foundation. It would be really hard to lay it inside that rock. So I'm going to go ahead and let that be good. I think that it'll be fine, because if I were to try to put something up here, see, I don't have a fence foundation, so it won't snap and it won't lay down. So I'm thinking that that is going to be just fine. So there's our little walled off beginner base, which is a cave that does not go any deeper. That's important, like I said in the first episode, to make sure that the cave doesn't go back anymore, because if so, there would probably be potential dinosaurs and creatures back there that may come up on you, while, like I said, you're not really wanting it to. So this, sometimes people prefer to play a little bit in this view. I mostly play in the first person view. Every once in a while I have to get out in the third person and kind of watch my surroundings a little bit, especially if I'm taming or something like that. So you'll see me go back and forth, but it's just a roll of your mouse, and then you can get that view changed. Okay, so here we have the potential to make metal ingot, and you just put the metal in here. We do have a blueprint in here, so it just requires 2 metal and it would make a metal ingot, so it's going to make it for every 2. And then we have the tendency that we can make gasoline if we put hide and oil in here and turn it on. So we would also need wood. We could make some gasoline through here, which is really nice because you do need gasoline for some things later. So we'll go to our storage box, we'll get out the metal, and I have some wood already. I'm going to put everything else back in here. That way, if the ichthyes start coming at me, I don't end up losing potential stuff like I did last time. Now, it won't take out of your hotbar. The ichthyes won't. If you happen upon another little thief of a dinosaur, which I can't stand those either, they will come and they will usually take whatever's in your O. So I try either to put berries in there that I don't care about, or you know, something that if they come up, they tame automatically if you've got berries in your last slot. So then you can just go ahead and tame them and you don't have to worry about them coming and stealing your stuff. So let's do that. And we're going to go up here and put some wood in the forge. We'll go ahead and put half of it and then our metal, and we'll go ahead and light that fire. And then I'm going to go out down here and start cooking my meat so that I will have that for later. Put the meat in there, and of course we've got charcoal from the meat that we cooked before. That will come in handy later as well. So let's go ahead and light that. As you can see down here in our right lower corner, the 1, 2, 3, 4th icon down is the meat icon or the food icon, and it's almost, not quite half, so I've still got a while. There is a doedicurus. I have made some regular arrows, and I also have 15 trank arrows from when we were putting our chests down earlier and opened them. These came in one of those chests, I believe. So we can change that by just dragging it over the crossbow, and it will change it to the trank arrows 0 of 15, and you can see the trank arrow down in the bottom right hand corner of the 5th hotbar. If we want to change it back to regular arrows, we just drag and drop, and now it's the regular arrows. When I'm going out like this, I like to have the regular arrows. That way I have a defense of some ranged attack in case something is coming up, or in case I see something that, ooh, I want to kill, then I will have it already done. Now this doedicurus, I think I can go ahead and trank out, and it might not take too many. It is this level 76, and this is great for stone, and it would fit into our base. I think it'll go through regular doors, so that wouldn't be bad. So if I can get up somewhere high where it can't get me, because they are boogers, they will swing that tail and they will hit you if they can. So it's good to get up somewhere high where they can't get to you, like this. And then I'm going to change my trank arrows. Now what we need to keep in mind is these are herbivores, so they're going to want berries when they're taming up. So let's see what we can get. It's going to aggro, but it's kind of stuck. So if we can hurry and get it tranked out, it is a higher level, so it's going to take a minute. And see, it's going to be stuck right there because it wants me really badly. So if I just keep on, and you can tell when it knocks out because it will kind of go lay down on its side. And I hope I have enough trank arrows. That's going to stink if I don't. Oh, it's running, which means it's probably about to go under, because that is, for some reason, Ark has decided that it was a good idea to make them have a survival instinct as well. And that was my last trank arrow. It's not gonna be enough to trank him quite. I think it's maybe a couple more would have done it. So now he's aggroed on me. If I go down there, he's liable to come get me if he can get loose from that. So we actually need some spoiled meat. But unfortunately, we haven't had enough time for any of it to, oh, we have one. So maybe I can make one more narcotic, but I don't know how many it takes for a trank arrow. So we're gonna see. I'll make the narcotic over here in the mortar and pestle, and then I go to V, arrow. I can make one more. I have a feeling the torpor is going to be down enough now though that I won't be able to get him down even with that trank arrow. Where'd he go? I did get him, and I did aggro him, and now he's just going to be mad at me. So, unfortunately, I don't have enough to trank him. Well, that is unfortunate. But maybe he'll stick around, and we can get way more trank arrows. We know it takes more than 16 for him in a level 76. So we'll just work on getting some meat, and that way it can start to spoil. It does take a little time for the meat to spoil. Oh, he's still aggroed on me. You can see how he's running, and that trank arrow's still in his tail. Just fell out. So he's kind of running still, even though I don't have music. So I'd be really, really careful if I went down there, because he may come up behind me and whack me with that tail, which does do some significant damage every once in a while. which speaking of, I want to go in and look at my stats. I have 128 points to spend, so I'd like to get some more health. It does lower it, even though it is slowly regenerating. I have to be careful that I don't add too much at one time or it'll go way down here and cause me to have a fracture and I'll be slower and then I won't regen enough, and if one thing hits me, then I would die. So you just have to do these health points a little bit slowly. Food, I can go ahead and put more in. Now it looks like I'm very low on food. And water, same thing. And I'll go get a drink of water here in a second so that I'm not dehydrated. So that way I can hold way more water and I don't have to worry about food and water for quite some time. I'll go ahead and do that to the food, because even though it shows that I'm pretty low on food, I still have 332, so it's not like I'm starving right this minute. I don't want any more into movement speed right now. Crafting speed is always a really good thing to do. That just makes sure you're going to make everything very quickly, and you can get actually bonus points when you're doing weapons and things like that later. And then fortitude, I'll go ahead and pump some more into. I don't know what I'm going to use all those 75 points for. And it looks like I'm still gaining XP, so I don't know what my top level is. I'm at level 148 right now, so I'm pretty formidable right now with a 9100 melee. We'll go ahead and go up. You just got to be careful when you're trying to knock out tames, because your melee does influence whatever weapon you're using. You can push Q to get rid of your weapon if you want to. I'm going to put my melee weapon just in case something comes up on me. And this over here, let's look around. We've got lots of ichthyes that might come at us. But this is called a drop, and it's rainbow colored, which might mean that it's not at the greatest quality of drops, but oh, there's a raptor over there. So we definitely don't want to go any closer to that raptor. There's also, that is an Argentavis up there, and RG for short, and that is a very good flyer to get, but they can really hurt you badly. So we're going to be careful, because those raptors, they do kind of tend to migrate very quickly towards you. So what I want to do is make some bolas, and with the raptors, if you put a bola around their legs, then they can't move, and you can trank them, or you can kill them, which we would probably kill right now because we don't have any trank arrows and we need rotted meat, and they would give us some good meat. So let's go in here and learn bola. And we've got a regular bola. Now there is a mod that you can get that's reusable bolas, which I really like, so I might add that before the next time I come on to play. This one is not a reusable bola, so you would have to get multiple of them, and every time you throw it, it would disappear. So if you miss your target, it's wasted. So there's a bola. Let's get in here and get some hide, because I know it takes that. Let's look and see what else it takes, because it's black, so we know we need more requirements in our inventory to make it. Looks like fiber, stone, and thatch. So we'll do fiber and thatch and stone, and now we can make it. So we'll make, let's make 12 of them. Whoops, not 120. We'll make 12, and then we go back to E and we can drop those things off so that we're not in jeopardy of losing them. Looks like my stacks mod only lets me stack 10 at a time, which is unfortunate, so I might add one of those too. There is a mod that you can stack a lot more in one spot, and it really is kind of nice. Okay, let's put our regular arrows in our bow, because at the moment we had nothing in there. That way we do have some ranged attack. And this is still all the things that we have in the storage container. Let's see about making a storage bin, preserving bin, my bad. And this is going to take fiber, stone, thatch, and wood, which we can do. And then in the mortar and pestle, we'll have to make spark powder. This is what preserves your meats and anything that you need before you get electricity to get a refrigerator. So spark powder is made in the mortar and pestle. Push E, and now it's here that I can actually make it. I just need stone and flint. So this button up here with the cloud and the down arrow, if you push it, I can go to flint, and I have some in the storage box. So I'll go ahead and pull 400 out, and then I need stone, which I'll just go down here to stone, and that way I don't have to go back and forth. And I'll pull 400 of that as well. And now I have them in my inventory. I can click on it, push T to transfer it over to the inventory of the storage bin, and now this is white and I can make it. So I'm going to make 100 of them right now. I can always make more later if I need to, but I'll put 100 and I'll do a storage bin, which, let's go over here. I like to push E first so that I have all of my resources, and then V, and I can go to bin, and I need fiber, stone, thatch, and wood. So fiber, stone, thatch, and the wood is all burning in the fireplace and in, or the fire and in the forge, so I'm going to want to go out and get some more. So let me go out and get a little bit of wood so that I don't have to worry. And if I use my axe, I get the most amount. My pick would give me more thatch and a little bit of wood, and my axe gives me more wood and a little bit of thatch. So we'll do this. Now we should have plenty of wood to put into making our bin. So now we have preserving bin. We could make 12 if we want. If you just double click on it, it'll make 1. And then go into your inventory by pressing I. Put this in your hotbar. Any space will do. And I don't think that we need a foundation. No, we don't. So we can just put it right here. We'll go over to it. And pushing W, by the way, is how you walk forward, which you will figure out very quickly. And then we want the spark powder. So let's just pull it. Spark powder. Oh, and every 100 that you make, it makes double. So it made 200 actually. So we'll put that in there, and then we'll put our cooked meat. Cooked meat, we've got 36. We'll pull that and put that in there, and then we'll do our polymer. Organic polymer is what we have. That spoils, so we want to put that in there. And now there's a 29-minute timer on one of them. There are 20, so when that 29-minute timer goes down, it will start over again, and one of them will be wasted, so there will be 19 at that point. Over here, well, it doesn't look like it saves it any longer in the bin than it does in my inventory. That's odd. I thought it did. Anyway, we're going to leave it in there anyway. And then I'm going to put my stuff back up so that the ichthyes don't get it. And keep my bolas. So I have it down here in hotbar 6. So if I go over there to that raptor and I bola him first, now do recognize that the bolas only last so long. So if you bola something, oh, he's way over there too. He's got a red hue around him. I believe that means he's an alpha or some sort of higher level dino, so we would want to be careful of that. And with a raptor, you want to kind of get up somewhere a little bit, because if you don't, they will come at you and at you and at you, and you can't hardly do anything when they do that. So I believe I'm going to end the video here, and we will start it back up with adventures of hopefully trying to bola and kill the raptor for meat. So we'll say goodbye for now. This is Gianna, and I'm signing out.